Hey guys, for arithmetic today, I want you to watch the Go Noodle video, Skip Count to 100. It's going to help you practice your skip counting skills because today we're moving forward with multiplication and we're learning how to multiply by 3. So make sure you watch that video, practice your skip counting, then come back and watch this video as we practice counting by 3s. So when we do multiply by 3, every time we multiply, it's always all about skip counting. We've been practicing skip counting this whole year. We even got up to 3s. And as you continue going into multiplication, higher levels of multiplication, it's higher levels of skip counting. Same thing. So we've practiced skip counting by 3, which means we already have practiced multiplying by 3. You're already set and ready to go. So there's 2 ways for you to find the answer of multiplying by 3 facts. So one way is to skip count by 3. If you just can count by 3s, 3, 6, 9, 12, if you can do that, then you are already able to do it. But the other way is to add the same number 3 times because multiplication is the shorter version, the faster version of adding the same number over and over again. So I'm going to show that to you up here with a little story. So let's say Dad, Mom, Marco, and Sophia each bought 3 postcards at the Grand Canyon gift shop. How many postcards did they buy all together? I'm going to show you as an addition problem. So Dad bought 3 postcards and we're adding this all together. Mom bought 3 postcards and Marco bought 3 postcards and Sophia bought 3 postcards. The whole family, each person bought 3 postcards. So Dad bought 3, Mom bought 3, Marco bought 3, and Sophia bought 3. So I could just add these up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. I can easily just count it up and add it, and it equals 12. But the faster way to do that, because all of the numbers are the same, I know I can multiply and it would be even faster. So I know there's 3 is the number that stays the same, so I'm going to multiply by 3. But how many people are there? There's 1. Or how many 3s are there? 1, 2, 3, 4. There's 4 3s. So I'm going to write 4 times 3 is my number that's repeated equals. Now I know how to skip count by 3s, so I can do that on my fingers also. 3, 6, 9, 12. My answer is 12. So my answer is exactly the same, but my multiplication problem is shorter and I did it a lot faster than having to count each little number. So we're going to do that as we go through this whole chart to see multiplying by 3s. Also, I'm going to go over the ones that we've already learned so far because we've already learned the 0 family, multiplication 0 family, the 1 family, the 2 family, the 5 family, and the 10 family. So I can fill out all of those already. We're going to do that first. So 0 times 3, I already know that. Anything times 0 is 0. 1 times 3, I already know that anything times 1 is that number, so the answer is 3. 2 times 3, I've done that before. I can skip count by 2. Or this time I can actually skip count by 3. So I can either do count by 2s on 3 fingers, 2, 4, 6, or I can count by 3s on 2 fingers, 3, 6. Same answer. So my answer is 6. Then we've also learned 5 times 3. So 5 on 3 fingers, or count by 5s on 3 fingers. So 5, 10, 15 is my answer. 15. And then I've also done it for 10. Anything times 10, we write that number, 3. and we add a 0 on the end. My answer is 30. So now I can go back and fill in all the other ones. But if you look carefully, we filled in quite a few. We're already almost there. So we're gonna go back through and we're gonna count by threes, which we practiced counting back and forth a lot when we were in the classroom, not so much while we've been doing this online. So you might have to kind of jog your memory to go back to counting by threes. So next we're gonna do 3 fingers, count by threes. 3, 6, 9. My answer is 9. If you're struggling with that, you could use a counting chart. And count by threes. I circled them in black when we practiced them at school. They're kind of starting to fade. So 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, 18, 21, 24, 27, 30, 33, 36. You thought that I was just making you practice for fun, but really I was trying to teach you multiplication before. So you can use a counting chart to help you count. Let me know if you need a counting chart to help you. Or you can write down a problem like this to help you add if you're really having trouble and you're not able to count by threes. But you should be able to somewhat count by threes, so I'm going to help you along, and I'm going to count by threes to fill in the rest of these. So 4 fingers counting by threes, 4 fingers counting by threes, 3, 6, 9, 12. That one we already did up there as well. 12. Now we already did 5 times 3 is 15. 6 times 3, so 6 fingers. 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, 18. 6 times 3 is 18. And then 7 fingers. I don't want to get marker on my clothes. 7 fingers counting by threes. 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, 18, 21. So we have 21. 8 times 3, 8 fingers. 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, 18, 21, 24. 9 times 3. I have a special trick for 9s that I will teach you next week or the week after. But let's count by 3 fingers on 9. 3 by, I'm having trouble with words today. Count by threes on 9 fingers. So 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, 18, 21, 24, 27. And then moving on up, 10 times 3 is 30. And I know that even just from adding 3 to 27, 28, 29, 30. So that's the other way you could do it, is if you know the one before, 10 times 3, if I know that one, I can add 3 fingers. 31, 32, 33. 11 times 3 is 33. And then 3 more than that would be 12 times 3. So 30. After 33 comes 34, 35, 36. So that's several different ways to help you count by threes, multiply by threes. Let me know if you need a counting chart or anything like that. Now we're going to go over the directions for our worksheet. So let's start with the back because that's where we start with our new item for the day. So page 294 at the top. A walking stick is helpful when hiking steep trails. Write the products, that means the answer to the multiplication, using the groups of walking sticks to help you. So the walking sticks are already paired up in groups of 3, so you can count each single stick, and each group is a set of 3. So if you can count by threes, you can just point and count each group. If you can't count by threes, you can count up the groups you need to count. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and count how many sticks are in that group of 4. So you're gonna fill in all of those multiplying by 3 problems. And then section 2. 1 yard is a group of 3 feet. We've learned that quite a while ago. My yardstick has 3 whole feet in it. Write the number of feet by multiplying by 3. So 1 yard, you should know, equals 3 feet. So then if I had 3 yards, you would do 3 sticks times 3 feet in each stick. So 3 times 3 is You fill in the blank. So each time you are actually multiplying by 3. That's your hint for section 2. Section 3 is a story problem with a workspace box on the right. That means write your problem and answer in the box. Then take your answer from the box and write it on the line. I will read it to you. This morning, there were some tents set up at the campground. In the afternoon, 17 more tents were set up. Now there are 47 tents set up. How many tents were at the campground in the morning? So, this morning there were already some tents set up. We don't know how many. We're going to figure out how many. Then in the afternoon, they set up 17 more. So they had the morning and the afternoon was the morning plus 17 more. Now the total number they give you is 47. And you're going to figure out how many they had just in that morning. You're going to figure out in the workspace box, write your problem, figure out the answer. Then you're going to take that answer, write it on the line, and this time you have to label it, which luckily they always give you your label as the red word. So find the red word, and that's what you have to write after your number answer. Then flip it over to the front. On the front, at the top, section 1 says, mark the circle under the correct mixed number. Remember, a mixed number is a whole number and a fraction put together. So pick the correct mixed number for the first group and pick the correct mixed number for the second group. Section 2 says, write the numbers for the Roman numerals. So this is another review of Roman numerals. And then section 3 is going to be take a little bit more time. Section 3 is our elapsed time, and several of you have quite a bit of trouble when it comes to our elapsed time, so you need to do this part slowly and carefully. It says, Marco's family hiked a short distance on the Bright Angel Trail. Set the clocks and write the times for the family hike. So the first clock, the short hand is the hour hand, the long hand is the minute hand. Write down the time that it says. Then the arrow next to it says 1 hour later. You need to set the next clock for 1 hour later. Later means after. 1 hour after the original time. So set the clock and write the time. That's when they turned around. And then as long as that time is correct, you're going to take that time, do 1.5 hours later after that middle time, and you're going to set the third clock for 1.5 hours later than that. Later means after. You're going to set that third clock and write the time for the third clock. Section 4 says, people may take a burro ride to the bottom of the Grand Canyon. Color 1/4 of the burros brown. 1/4 of the burros brown. You need to count all of them and decide how many of them are 1/4 of that total group. Cut it up and only color 1/4. Don't color all of them. Only color 1/4. Let me know if you have any questions. That's it for arithmetic today, and I'll see you later. Bye.